Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Pigeon Empire. Today we are going to go ahead and take a look at 5 things to consider when breeding pigeons. Okay, breeding pigeons is basically an art form. It's a lot behind breeding pigeons, and to be a professional, I would say to be a very good pigeon breeder and a successful pigeon breeder, these are the 5 things that you need to keep in mind and you need to know how to tackle to be successful at breeding, okay? So without wasting time, number 1, sexing pigeons and understanding them. Now what do I mean by that? Look, by far the first thing before you can even think about breeding pigeons, in my opinion, the first thing you need to know is how to sex your pigeons, okay? Without that, there is no breeding, there is no laying eggs, there's no hatching, there's no babies, there's nothing, okay? So now, we have our own method, the nail method, okay? The best, easiest, 100% guaranteed method, it's there. On our channel, go watch that and it's going to teach you whether your pigeon is a male or a female. But regardless of the nail, okay, the thing that I'm trying to say here is you need to understand your pigeons, okay? That's the first thing. Like, you need to understand your pigeons. Like, in my case right here, okay, I can tell a pigeon just by looking at it, this is a male, this is a female, this is a male, this is a female, okay? I can tell whether this male will be able to pair with this female and they will give good eggs. They will keep laying eggs. How do I know that? By observing, all the years of observing, all the years of looking after pigeons and really getting to understand the birds that we are keeping under captivity, because that's very important, okay? You cannot expect to just take any random female and put it with any random male and expect everything to be perfect. No, sometimes you will end up seeing that it's a male and a female, right? Fine, but it's more deep than that, okay? People won't tell you that, people won't explain that to you. But in some cases, okay, some male won't go with another female, okay? They just won't. In most of the cases, you will face a lot of problems with that pair. And you'll be wondering, like, what am I doing wrong? Yet they are a male and female. It's because that male just does not go along together with that female. They are just like us human beings. There are some guys that don't get along with other girls. There are some girls that don't get along with other guys. It's the same thing with the pigeons, okay? Observe, understand, and from there, make your decisions, okay? Because trust me, once you see a pair, a perfect pair, like a pair made for each other, I'm talking about pigeons, you will notice it from the beginning, okay? You will notice it. I'm telling you, you will not have issues of fighting from the beginning. I'm telling you, you will not have those issues. That's my personal experience. That's my observation I've made throughout the years. You will see them, like, they will just get paired magically. Everything will go so smooth from there, and they will lay eggs like crazy. They will keep breeding. They will give out healthy eggs. They will give out healthy babies. And I'm telling you, they will be the best pair inside your loft, okay? So that's the first thing. Learn how to sex your pigeons and understand them as well. The second thing you need to consider is antibiotics during breeding. Now, I've touched on this before. I've told many people about this before, and I've touched about this before, okay? But I'm going to retouch it again here. Please don't give unnecessary medications to your pigeons. Please, guys. Some medications can have the worst effects on the pigeon itself, on the babies, on the eggs, or everything, okay? You will fail miserably during breeding, okay? Just be extra careful with medications, okay? Do not give medications to your pigeons when they are breeding, okay? Like, for anything small, just suspect something. Do not give medications. Do not self-prescribe medications. You will fail, right? You cannot give medications just for a small thing, okay? Just for a small symptom like watery droppings, you start giving the pigeon all sorts of antibiotics. You will end up killing the pigeons and you won't be a successful breeder. To be a successful breeder, implement, guys. Implement new ideas. Think. Do your research. Ask around. Get to know how to treat the same things without using any chemicals. That's how we do it here. We rarely give our pigeons medications. The only time we give medications to our pigeons is after the eggs have hatched, to prevent pox, which is an injection, okay? And for that, you need to go to a vet. So, the only medication that I would recommend to you is when breeding pigeons is the pox medication, okay? You need to give a pox shot to your baby pigeons, I would say a month after they are hatched, okay? A month or a month and a half. They need to get that shot. Otherwise, they will get pox, spread it to all the babies in the loft, and they will all end up dying. That's my touch on antibiotics and medications. And that's the other thing that you should consider, because this is a very important thing. This is the biggest mistake that everyone makes. Many people make, okay? Now, the third thing you need to consider is salt deficiency during breeding. Salt deficiency can occur during the breeding season, okay? It's something very serious, because the parents, when they are feeding the babies, they are passing along very important minerals and salts, okay, to the babies. So now, during that time, if the nutrition is not okay, and all the salts are being down to the babies for growth and for general health, the parents will be weak and they will not be able to look after the babies properly. So salt is a very important thing during that stage, during the breeding season, because that is the point where that is the main cause of why your pigeons end up dying, okay? Right? That is the main reason why. So you need to make sure the nutrition, the minerals, everything, calcium, everything is okay. The nutrition is the most important thing during the breeding season. Mix different sorts of food. Look for natural supplementations, like have 2-3 cuttlefish bones around the loft. Let the pigeons pack on that. Have some sand all around the loft. Pigeons usually pack on stones, on sand. They are getting the natural salts from there, okay? And that is what keeps them very healthy. Plus, not to mention, mix different 4, 5, 6 types of different foods. Do not be cheap on the foods. Give them nice feeds, guys. Feed them a lot of stuff, and that will be another thing that will make you a successful breeder. The fourth thing you need to consider when breeding pigeons is holding or switching eggs. Now, this is another important thing that arises because some pigeon breeds are known not to be able to take good care of their babies or eggs, okay? Incubate the eggs properly. Now, in that case, you need to understand the principles and the rules of how to switch eggs, okay? From one pair to another, how to create foster parents, how to tackle all that. I have a video on that, how to switch eggs. Go check out that video. It's in detail, but this is just a little bit of touch-up I'm doing here and there to make a list so that you guys have a deep understanding about this. Holding and switching eggs is a very important thing. Why? Because I would say like king pigeons are one breed that are known to be very harsh, to be very rough and aggressive. Knowing that king pigeons are very careless and rough, you need to know how to switch eggs, because you don't want to risk those eggs from hatching, right? So that's when switching eggs comes into place. The other reason why switching eggs come into place is, for example, your pigeons die. For some reason, they both died, or they both ran away and you just have eggs there. Now, if you have the knowledge of how to switch eggs and create foster parents, that comes in handy. You won't go waste, okay? Now, that is the time that you will be beneficial from this information. And I have a video on switching eggs. Go check it out again. I highly recommend it if you want to be a successful breeder. These are the details that you need to know. Last but not least, the fifth point is caring for young pigeons. Now, caring for young pigeons will basically be knowing how to hand feed the baby pigeons. That's the first thing that you need to know, okay? Just in case, again, if the parents die, if the parents ran away, if the parents are not just... Sometimes the parents don't even feed the babies properly. And pigeons with very tiny beaks are known to be guilty of that, okay? All the breeds with very tiny beaks, like the Chinese owl, I would say, okay? They have very tiny beaks and they are notorious for not being able to feed their babies properly. So in that case, you will either create foster parents for them, or you become the parent for them, okay? Like, you are the one who will raise them, you are the one who will feed them, you are the one who will give them warmth, you are the one who will have to take care of them thoroughly for them to grow up and to be very healthy, okay? That is important to be a successful breeder, because you do not want to get losses out of anything, okay? A life is a life. You need to cherish it. You need to take good care of every single pigeon in your loft and making sure that they are as healthy as possible and in their perfect shape as possible. That's the main goal as a breeder, and keeping on multiplying those pigeons, creating new breeds, experimenting, doing so much stuff. It's a really deep process, breeding, and these are the 5 things that you need to know. Okay, so make sure you know how to take good care of your baby pigeons thoroughly. I have videos on that. This was by far my first videos when I started giving out videos on this channel. Seriously, you can go back and take a look at these videos. I've shown how to feed baby pigeons. I've shown how to give warmth to them. I've shown every single detail that you need to know. Okay, so with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I really love interacting with you guys. Make sure to hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. All the links are in the description down below. And make sure to go ahead and take a look at our website, pigeonempire.info. Go cop yourself these t-shirts. Show us your love and support. Keep us growing. Anyway, we're gonna catch you next time. Pigeon Empire, we off. Stay safe. Please take good care of your pigeons. And peace. We out.
Love life.